Hi there, I'm Abhigna Rajiv and welcome to Talk with Abhigna. Today I'm standing in front of one of the best coffee shops in Mysuru, the Bean Stop, which serves premium quality Chikmagaluru coffee along with exquisite locally baked cookies and bakes, thus promoting local home bakers. Did you know that Bean Stop was the COVID repercussion of a woman entrepreneur from Mysuru? I'm talking about none other than Mrs. Krupa Sumanth, who is the founder of Bean Stop. Krupa Sumanth is also a fashion curator and has organized many fashion and lifestyle trunk shows all over India over 20 years. She is the founder of Impressions, which is the first of its kind expo, which brings designers under one roof. Krupa started with local designers in the year 2000 and now she organizes pop-up shows for nationally and internationally acclaimed fashion designers. Working with these designers encouraged Krupa to style many women in great outfit and great jewelry. After completing her image consultancy certification from London in the year 2018, Krupa embarked on a new journey of starting a style studio in Mysuru, which was the first of its kind. Krupa Sumanth is a passionate fitness fanatic, and if she is not working, she usually prefers to stay fit by practicing yoga. She is a mother of two and loves to travel with her family and usually enjoys a thrilling adventure trip. She also keeps herself updated with the industry and looks for creative insights. Now let's talk to Krupa and to find out more about her entrepreneurial journey. Let's go. Hi and welcome to the next episode of Talk with Abhigna. Today I have with me Mrs. Krupa Sumanth, who's one of a prolific entrepreneurs in Mysore. I welcome you heartily to Talk with Abhigna, Krupa. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Thank you, Abhigna.
I'm so glad you're here. Let's begin with how did your journey start, and just a brief about you and your life, and how did this entrepreneurial journey start? Because I'm sure all our audience will be very enthusiastic to know about your journey.
Yes, Abhigna, I'm from Bangalore, and I did my schooling in Sophia's and college at Mount Carmel's. And then I got married into Mysore. So, yes, when I came in here, there weren't many friends for me, and everything was so new. And so after like my first child, I was like, everything is kind of standstill. I didn't know what to do, how to kill my time and things like that. And that's when I started a little thing with saris, and I started a little exhibition, and I would take part in exhibitions. And that's how I started taking part with, a few clothes and saris. And later I started my own exhibitions, and that's when I called it Impressions, with a bunch of ladies. And that was my first show. I did it way back in 2000.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And,
quite a long time.
Yeah, it's a long journey
Yeah.
to 2023 now. And it's called Impressions, where I host many designers. Yeah, that's Impressions.
Nice. So I also understand that and know that you have one more entrepreneurial venture, which is called the Bean Stop.
Yes.
So would you like to throw some light on that?
Yes. It was, in the COVID time, where everything was really shut, and, we were like,
Correct.
what to do. And so that's when we thought, my son had just about graduated. He completed his engineering. So we thought we'll do something nice for him so that he will not while away his time and, waste his time, since there was no college and stuff. So we started Bean Stop with filter coffee from Chikmagalur, which is from my uncle's family.
Okay.
And they do their own coffee with the single estate coffee, and they blend it and roast it themselves, and then they packet it. So we thought, let's have an outlet here in Mysore and start coffee, which is just 20 rupees a cup of coffee, pure filter coffee. So we had a little place in Kalidasa Road here in Mysore, and we started it for him. And it picked really well. He was running it. And then what happened is, like, he wanted to do his MS. And then after the first lockdown, he left. And then it came to me. And so that's how we were doing that. It picked up so well. So we opened another one. And that also did really well. We added in a lot of, cakes and cookies and coffees and stuff like that. since it was all very well priced and good quality,
Right.
it did really well. And then we thought, let's up it a bit, and then we put a machine with for cappuccino, doppio, espresso, and stuff like that. So then we opened the third one. Yeah, so that's another thing which I do.
That's fantastic. In fact, I can vouch for your coffee because
Thank you
every
so
Sunday
much.
when we go out for breakfast, we
Uh-huh.
never have coffee after breakfast. We come to Beanstop.
How nice. I'm
So,
so
because I
glad.
think yours is a really authentic filter coffee.
Absolutely.
So, I
Absolutely.
can recommend it to people. It is really good.
Thank you.
So, I also know that you have one more venture. I mean, you are an image consultant and you
Yes.
help people in, building their image. So I just want you to throw some light on it and also understand, is it only for like models or celebrities, or is it even for common man? Because I think a lot of people feel like image consulting is only for models and
Yeah.
celebrities.
Yeah. No, what happening is while I was doing these exhibitions and impressions, people really like the way you put things to yourself, like how I would dress, and they would like my aesthetic skills. People were really liking. They would like come and consult, like, can I do this and this together? Can you help me shop this? Can you, suggest this for me and
Right.
stuff like that? So while that was happening, and then I thought, okay, let me do a course. Let me just, get myself certified if I have to take this further. And that's when I went to London and I did my course on image consulting at the London School. And
Nice.
I was certified with that. Then I started this in Mysore, where I do it is not for models only. It is just generally for young students, for ladies who would want to get dressed, say for a particular occasions, weddings, and or generally have a wardrobe makeover. So it's for anybody and whoever. Like even if you want to go on a holiday, we put a wardrobe for you, and things like that. It's general consultation. So just to back it, I thought, let me certify. But yeah, I think either you have it in you or it's like, oh, you can learn it. It's
True.
just that. So that's when I started this thing. And I'm also a personal shopper. If people want to shop, and I go help them with
Very
shopping.
nice.
So yeah.
So you're fully into it.
Yes, I would love
Because
to.
you
It's
love
just my
dressing.
passion. It's
Yeah.
just that I just love everything beautiful. Yeah.
So, Krupa, you told me that you started impressions in
Yes.
2000 and you have been continuing till 2023. You also been doing it in different venues because
Yes.
I keep
Yes.
seeing your posts. So, how did it all start? Of course, you told me that you had a passion towards saris, but
Yeah.
then how did you make it possible, make it happen? Because quite a journey.
Okay. Well, Abhigna, this was not very planned. It wasn't planned at all. It just happened, I would say, since I wasn't doing anything at that point. So I had a very, very good tailor here in
Okay.
Mysore, and I would source out material here. And I had a very good, well skilled tailor, and I would do sleepwear. And I would do sleepwear and I would take it to Bangalore, to Safina Plaza. And I would have my exhibition, say, once in few months. So I would always do that. I would use the labor and the materials and everything. I would design some very nice sleepwear and I would go and sell it there. It so happened there was some curfew or lockdown or something like that in Bangalore. On those days when I was supposed to have my exhibition, it was really shut and I was stuck with all my stock. So then I was like, what do I do? Where do I sell? Where do I sell this? I need to clear this because it was a long thing and I had all that stock. So I thought, let me do it in my shop. So there were no exhibitions halls at that point, or
Right.
still there isn't
There
any,
isn't.
like a gallery or anything. So then I had to look for a hotel to do it. And uh, since my product was a little upmarket, I needed a nice, decent, good hotel to do it. But it turned out very expensive for a single person to do it. So then we had to gather a few people. I had a bunch of few ladies who were also very keen. They were like homebound designers and who were also looking out for an opening and things like that. So we spotted a few ladies like that. And then I decided, okay, let's get together and let's cut the cost, divide it, and do a nice show. So we did our first show here at Hotel King's Court in 2000, which is 8 ladies. and it turned out phenomenal. We had an inauguration, and we had invited all our friends, family, and we did a little article in the paper, and everything was like a beautiful show, and it was a sellout. And then it was like, wow, I need not travel anywhere. Let's do this here. So that's how we started doing this, and slowly in the beginning I was looking at only local designers from Mysore, and then yeah, by the time it wasn't able to keep up, so I thought, let me wind up what I was doing. The thing is, I had to put an end to what I was doing because I couldn't put my time in designing and in organizing. So I let go what I was doing. Of course, this was more rewarding and more fruitful in organizing. So in the process, I started looking for designers outside Mysore. Then I was looking out for someone in Bangalore. And today I have designers across the country or out also. I have some national awarded designers from Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, Hyderabad.
Wow.
So since I think it's word of mouth, and it is
Right.
the business, it's basically work
The brand
speaks.
also.
And then the brand happened. I was doing group shows before COVID up to 40 designers together. And I was doing it at Hotel Lalita Shok in Bangalore. And, post COVID, I started doing selective shows. Now
Okay.
I'm doing like standalone single designers. I'm doing like exclusive shows. So yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a beautiful journey, and that's how the brand impressions came. And even now, people love it because of its exclusivity.
True.
Yeah. And and I love interacting with people and connecting with people, so that helps
Correct.
me in bringing the right kind of people for the right timing and the right crowd for the in the right season, and just putting all these things together.
Right.
That works, and I'm getting the best designers to the footsteps right here in front of your door, so you don't have to really travel.
Correct.
So that's one of the ideas. That's how impressions came about. Yeah.
Wow, what a fantastic, phenomenal journey.
Thank you,
So it's
Abhijna.
really inspiring to listen to you and how you evolved. So you mentioned one thing while you were talking, that who I am matters, because you have a good rapport with the designers and the people of Mysuru. So do you feel that the personal brand of a person is also a very important factor in their entrepreneurial journey?
I would say 100% it does. It's just how you carry yourself, how you dress, how you perceive, and how you conduct, how you hold yourself. I think that's very, very important, because if you yourself are so floppy and you don't hold yourself well, I don't mean you got to really dress
Yeah.
stick to toe. It's just that you need to be neat, clean, dignified. Your postures, your
Right.
dressing, everything comes together. You carry yourself well, people will look at you in a certain way. So I
Absolutely.
think personal branding is important. And so how you carry yourself and how you do your work should correlate. And then I think
Right.
I think it speaks for itself. Yeah.
Right. And also, I feel personal brand also improves the confidence of the person.
Yes,
So if they are
yes.
comfortable in their skin, if they are,
Absolutely.
so they will feel more confident.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable in what you're wearing. And so when you know it's right in your head, and then it reflects, it really does show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So your journey has been an incredible one. So from like how you started till from where you are today. So how did you manage all this being? I mean, I'm sure this is a very cliched question, but this is there in the minds of every woman. How were you able to manage your children, your personal life? Because even if we have all the help, it is, I mean, women are a very integral part of the home, so
Yeah.
it's very difficult, indispensable for us to be like, going out, and you are into exhibitions, and also
Yeah.
it needs a lot of your time. So how did you manage both the aspects?
Yeah, touch wood, by grace of God, it's been smooth. There are at times, of course, I've gone through pregnancies and deliveries and babies and COVID, and there are a lot of issues. There were a lot of national issues. There were feuds. There were Kaveri issues, whether it's work or home or business. I think you've got to handle it. I think you've got to put your mind to it, and you want to juggle things and put your priorities. I think
Absolutely.
that's what's important. Of course, a supportive family is a good backing,
Correct.
which I'm blessed with. So I think I think you need family support and your confidence, and never to give up on anything you put your mind on. And once you put your mind, I think you will find your way. I think that's my thing. If you focus and you determine, I'm sure that you will find a way, and not to give up on it.
Fantastic. So I think that's a great learning to all the people out there who are thinking about how do we manage these stuff.
Yes.
So we need to
I
find that
think
balance.
everyone can find a way.
Yeah.
It's just in your mind,
Yeah.
and I think everyone can go through any hurdle, anything. It's just, I think you've got to put up with it. Yeah.
So talking about hurdles and setbacks, I want to ask you, how did you manage COVID? Because at that time it was absolutely like nothing was happening. And
Yes.
so even though you're a very established person, we all want our businesses to be, keep on going. So it
Yes,
can't
yes,
end. So how
yes.
did you manage those times?
Yeah, like I told you, COVID, we started Beanstop. It was just the opposite of what I was doing. But it was such an exciting journey, though. Bible, it was really small, and it started all
Correct.
small, and it was such a contrast to my exhibitions.
Correct.
But it was very exciting and challenging because it was just a contrast of what I was doing. And so, any job, if you do it with love, there is excitement, and I think that was it, which kept me going because everything else was shut, and I could do something else. So coffee was an edible, doable thing. So that's when you started something. So why are we sitting wasting time and waiting for the world to open? So in the meanwhile, whatever you could do in your
Correct. In our
in our
capacities.
capacity, and that's when we started this. But when you put your whole mind and attention and love to it, it is going to bloom. So that's how we opened a few more. Yeah.
That's a great perspective on being determined.
Absolutely.
So
I think
taking
so.
what
Yeah.
when the whole world is shut, you had an aspiration to start something new. So that was new because this is the first time I'm hearing something like this. So I am really inspired. So with so many businesses now, so what is your future plan? So is there any new business coming up? Anything new and exciting?
I don't know if anything new is coming up, but I don't know. I go with the flow. I generally go with the flow. God knows what's coming, but I generally go with this flow, and I'm very positive towards thing, and I would take it on. Yeah, and I'm ready to take on anything.
Yeah.
I think you need to have a mind.
So we are also very excited to see what comes your way.
Thank you.
Because whatever you have done it phenomenally. Any word of advice to women or anybody who wants to take up an entrepreneurial journey? What is that? What are the factors they need to have in mind? Any last words?
I think, Abhigna, you need to have a solid goal, a solid plan, and then you've got to determine and work at it, and not to give up. I think all of us do fall. We definitely do fall.
Correct.
But we need to get up, dust ourselves, and keep moving on. So I think as long as you don't stop getting up, I think we'll get there. So I think we need to be determined and just focus and love what you're doing. It will definitely work. Yeah. I think you've got to really like what you're doing. That also really helps.
So thank you so much, Krupa. I think it was a very inspiring interview for me personally. And so the learnings that we had from today, have a passion for whatever you do, and also have your determination and grit, and then with a positive attitude, if you go ahead, you will be able to achieve anything you want, no matter what the situation is. So I hope that I've summed up your words in a small way.
Absolutely, Abhigna. I'm so proud of you too. You've done doing so much for the women, and you're coming up with these new ideas about building your personality, and also looking forward and helping the women who are wanting to do something. And when you hear another new story, you always learn a thing or two. So
Absolutely,
what you're doing is also excellent.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Krupa. And
Thank
so
you so
this was
much.
the episode with Talk with Abhigna. See you in the next episode.
See ya. Thank you.